I'm going to introduce you to Sal and to Shilpa, or Sal and Shil, like their very own version of Ant and Dec. They're doing a double act today. They'll hate the fact that I've said that, by the way. And they did, quite frankly, take some convincing to be here with you today, because they are really shy about what they've been achieving in Veolia. But we get the benefit of seeing what all of you guys are doing. And let me tell you, they are doing amazing things. So Sally Ann is the HR director for their industrial water and energy business across the UK, Ireland and the Nordics. She's worked in so many other industries, so BAE Systems, Hilton, Pfizer, National Grid. But her approach to HR is constantly characterised by this willingness to embrace challenges and explore uncharted territories. And then Shilpa heads up employee experience at Veolia. So she's committed to creating inclusive workplaces and has implemented successful programs across that entire employee life cycle. So how do we attract talent? How do we engage it? How do we retain it across the career? So please give a really, really warm welcome to Sal and to Shilpa.
Good morning. Thanks for having us today. I'd like to begin by asking you to imagine for a moment. Imagine you have in your inbox that dreaded email, the one from one of your best employees, the one who knows the intricacies of your business, the person that everyone goes to in a crisis. You open it and they tell you they're retiring in 3 months. And now times that by hundreds. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. For us at Veolia, this is a challenge and a reality that we're facing. With over half of our workforce over the age of 50 and approaching retirement age, we realise we have between 24 and 36 months before risking the loss of decades of irreplaceable knowledge. Think about that for a moment. 2 to 3 years to preserve knowledge that has taken decades to build, that keeps our business running every day. Thank you, Lindsay, for the introduction. My name's Sally Ann Dudley, and together with my colleague Shilpa Parmar, we've not only navigated this challenge, but we have transformed it into an unprecedented opportunity. Because whilst others are seeing ageing workforce as a crisis, we've uncovered something extraordinary. We've learned that focusing solely on managing an ageing workforce is missing the bigger picture. What we actually uncovered was the extraordinary power of connecting generations. And over the next 15 to 20 minutes, what we're about to share isn't just about protecting your organisation's future, it's about actively building it. And it begins with a simple but powerful shift in perspective. So let me share with you a pivotal moment in our journey. What began as an initiative just looking at our strategic workforce plans, how we're going to reskill our baby boomer workforce for the future, we uncovered insights that would reshape our thinking. And like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, 3 key discoveries emerged. Number 1, I said that nearly half of our workforce are over the age of 50, 42% to be exact, which is above the national UK average of 38%. And I know that Natalie loves this statistic. We have the golden 1% that are over the age of 75. Then we discovered that half of our colleagues have 10 years plus tenure and hold critical operational knowledge. And finally, this is what increased our urgency for change. We realised, as I said, that 24 to 36 month window was looming before we faced that potential knowledge exodus. And what would happen in 5 years, potentially, if we did this left unaddressed, is that 5 years was that crucial tipping point where we would see significant disruption. So these numbers were telling us that this was a story that demanded action. So I'd like to ask you to take a moment and consider what these numbers would mean for you and your organisation. How would you protect decades of expertise? What would you do to ensure business continuity? And these are exactly the questions that we've been grappling with, Shilpa and I, Lindsay, Natalie, for, as you said, probably the last few years. Our journey has evolved not just at how we think about age in the workplace, but how we want to drive competitive advantage through our people. So let us share how we're turning business risk into one of the most powerful rewards, a multi-generational workforce that's delivering extraordinary results.
So before we talk through our approach, I'd like to share something with you.
I've seen hairstyles, the good and the ugly. I've witnessed recessions, weddings, and some divorces. I've seen vinyl go from cool to not cool, then back to cool again. I've seen the world change. Made some mistakes. I've learned from them. I've seen it all. And I'm not done yet. I still have a lot to offer. I'm helping others, and they're helping me. I'm creating a sustainable future for everyone. I'm taking charge of what's important to me. My career, and no more terrible haircuts. And at Veolia, I can. I see things differently, because I've seen a lot.
So what you've just seen reflects the real experiences of our people. So let me introduce you to Oliver, whose story demonstrates our evolving workplace culture. After 20 years as a fleet supervisor, Oliver decided that he wanted to retire. But then that wasn't the end of his journey. Following 6 months of home renovations and travel and living in the bubble of not working, he missed that sense of purpose of work. So today, Oliver's back with us 3 days a week, sharing his invaluable experience across multiple depots. His story represents the changing nature of retirement and career paths. But Oliver's story isn't unique. It's one of numerous stories across our organisation, which we're really proud of. So moving on to the impact, the exciting stuff. What have we been up to? We've been up to a lot. We've engaged 14,000 employees on our approach to 50 plus talent. And we've demonstrated that aspirations and drive really have no age limits. We've launched a social media campaign and that video featured, so it was a real hit. And we had over 200,000 impressions on social media. We've developed a multi-generational mentoring programme, from practical toolkits to targeted training. And we've also got a dedicated 50 plus career site section. So go ahead and take a look in your own time. We are really transforming our workplace culture. But it's important to say that this isn't just another initiative. It's a powerful shift that's making our workforce a better place for everyone. And the proof? Well, we've been commended highly by the Times Best Places to Work as an employer for over 50. But perhaps most importantly, culturally, what we've started to do is change the conversation about age in the workplace. And at Veolia, you'll be embraced for your knowledge, your experience, regardless of your age. It's clear to see on the slide here that there's been lots of impact, lots of innovation, and some remarkable results. And something that we're really proud of. But just like the video, we're not done yet. So I'm going to pass on to Sally Ann, who will share where this transformation will take us. Thank you.
So earlier this year, we were working with Lindsay and Natalie on our strategy. Next slide. We call it the power of everyone, because this isn't about marginalising age, the young, the older. So building on our foundations, we're about to change how our organisation approaches age diversity. And as I say, we're calling it the power of everyone strategy. So let me share the 4 transformative pillars with you. So first of all, Veolia will be a place where experience becomes your superpower. Imagine greater flexibility from career pathways, ways of working, well-being offerings, to development opportunities that recognise the value of lived experiences. Secondly, we're building dynamic knowledge partnerships across the generations. Picture intergenerational project teams that collaborate to bring a rich blend of perspectives and capabilities to solve complex challenges, creating a fluid transfer and knowledge and continuous learning loops, to innovation hubs where diverse perspectives drive breakthrough thinking. Next will be around those individual and unique journey design. So we're going to reimagine careers. No more fixed paths or age-based assumptions. Instead, we're going to create career landscapes where everyone can design their unique journey. Whether that's exploring new roles, developing fresh skills, reskilling, upskilling, or finding different ways to share expertise. And finally, and this is the bit that gets me so excited, and I cannot wait to bring this to reality, this is going to be about pioneering a revolutionary approach to career longevity. We're looking to build partnerships with like-minded companies to create talent exchanges, developing cross-sector pathways, and establishing networks that extend beyond your career at Veolia. We want to imagine a future where expertise transcends our organisation, creating lifelong employability for our people for as long as they want it. This strategy isn't just about managing demographics, it's about unleashing the collective power of every generation to drive innovation, growth and sustainable success, opening up new possibilities.
So before we close today, let us summarise what we've learned on our journey, and hopefully you'll find this helpful. It's been enlightening and it's certainly been challenging at times, but ultimately it's been really rewarding. Here are some 3 takeaways that you could take away with you today that might help you if you're starting to think about, where do I start? What comes first? What have been the hurdles? Lead with purpose. We've learnt that success starts with a really clear why, and that's been talked about today as well. Once we aligned our strategy with our real business needs and backed it with solid data, everything started to click into place. And trust us, leadership is key. Getting that buy-in from the top is really key. You've got to speak their language. This is a business challenge. It's not just a HR initiative. Data. Let data and insights tell your story. Again, something we've heard today. Don't just guess. We've discovered the power of mixing hard numbers with real voices. And from crunching the analytics to having some really open, honest conversations through focus groups with multi-generations, that's helped us with our journey. Every insight helped us build a stronger case, and it's also guided our journey along the way. And the best part is when you start to combine data with real human insights, people really start to listen. And the third takeaway, be bold and keep it real. Yes, we've had lots of wobbles along the way talking about age because it's a really sensitive topic, right? No one really wants to talk about it. But here's what worked for us. We remained brave. We kept it simple. Don't be afraid to try new things. We've hit some roadblocks, and we've hit quite a few because there's no blueprint for this stuff, right? We're creating something that's so brand new. but we went back to our purpose and our data, and that got us back on track. And we found that sometimes it was sometimes the simplest solutions that gave us the biggest impact. So for us, the journey isn't over yet, and in many ways, it's just the beginning. But what excites us the most is it's where we're heading with this. It's the possibility of what we can all achieve together. It isn't just about managing demographics or ticking boxes. It's about creating a workplace where wisdom is treasured and knowledge flows freely between generations, and where everyone, regardless of age, can contribute their unique brilliance, because that's the power of everyone.